Hey guys, it's the Melblade 5. I'm back to more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we returned to Death Mountain as an adult and learned that Ganondorf has revived an ancient dragon named Volvagia to eat all of the Gorons. So now we have entered the Fire Temple in the hopes of not only saving the Gorons, but also awakening the next sage. After I have to work my way up from nothing once again, just like before. But there is a little bit of interesting trivia about the Fire Temple, but they're actually going to have a little bit of plot. I am amazed I did that. We're actually going to have a little bit of plot development as soon as we walk through this door.
Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I wanted to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil, ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned though, because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoner's cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link.
It seems that Darunia is a master of the reverse long jump glitch in Super Mario 64 because he was able to go through the boss door without the boss key! If only we had that trick. But, Darunia kind of, missed somebody. There's actually a Goron locked over here. Whenever you see one of these Gorons, because there's gonna be plenty of these cells throughout the place, you just need to hit one of these switches that are very conveniently placed right next to the cells to free them, and they will actually give you advice. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Be prepared to hear this line a lot. I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away. And then they just walk off and just disappear. But most of their cells also contain little items that will help you, which are mostly small keys, so we're gonna have a lot of locked doors in this dungeon as well. The Fire Temple is honestly a dungeon that I can't remember a lot of very well. I can remember, like, the specific main parts, but it's more like the in-between rooms just kind of escape my mind, so I kind of did a little bit of extra sort of reading up on this dungeon before recording than what I usually do. But what I was talking about before we spoke to Darunia is that this actually sort of relates to another difference between the original gold cartridge version of the game, and that is related to the Fire Temple. In the original version of the game, the Fire Temple had a different theme. It had chanting in the background, which a lot of people say is like Muslim chanting. I have no idea what the original version of this game had such a hard-on for the religion of Islam, but it did. And apparently caused a lot of controversy. I don't know why I turned to Sean Connery there. Because, well, this is more related to, I know Gaijin Guma made a video on this. Apparently the chanting is from some specific, goddammit, from some specific Muslim ritual or some sort of celebration. I'm not too familiar with the religion, so I apologize if I'm not given the proper representation of it, I guess. But it's considered apparently offensive to talk over the chanting in specific ritual or ceremony or whatever. And I guess obviously how Link's already screaming with every single thing he did, that's where the controversy kind of came from. So they changed it for the later versions of the game, which is obviously what the Virtual Console version is. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. It's also a little... Oh! I just realized that. It actually plays the sound effect of him opening and closing the door. That's actually a nice attention to detail. It's a little bit similar to that temple, or like that, yeah, I guess it's a temple. A temple stage in Street Fighter V, where it initially had chanting in the background, and this is more related to Buddhism, though. And it was removed in an update, because apparently, again, it's considered offensive. I don't know how the Goron managed to get through the door, because they're pretty big guys, but if we look over here, we can see that there is a Song of Time block up there, so we want to get rid of it. I'll instead teleport the block down here. Then we can go into this optional room that has something very nice for us, as well as not one, but two new enemies. The first one, very familiar enemy, probably if you played A Link to the Past. Evil floor tiles! They will just fly towards you, but as long as you block with your shield, they're perfectly fine. I believe you can destroy them with your sword, but I find this the much safer way to deal with them, even if it does take a bit longer. And the other enemy, which I want to keep a very good distance from, that is a very recurring enemy, I guess, if you played the old 2D Zelda games, that is a like-like. If you get close to them, they will try to suck you up, and if they do, they can steal your equipment. The types of equipment they can steal is usually either your shield or your tunic, and the second one is really bad, because, as you'd guess, the whole timer, because it's too hot thing from Death Mountain Crater also passes through to the Fire Temple. So if you lose your tunic, you want to get it back really fast. But there's a gold sculpture in this room. There are actually 5 gold sculptures in this dungeon, but at least 2 of them I won't be able to get until later on because of some stupid design thing in this game that's kind of related to a brain fart I had. So I might have to backtrack, depending on if I just really need gold sculptures, but whatever. Now, as for this room, there are obviously these bubble enemies, but Link can walk on lava with the Goron tunic, even though it does kind of hurt him. But still, you can walk on lava! Jesus has got nothing on Link. But there is actually another Goron that we can rescue here, and I'm going to be kind of a daredevil here and just roll right through the damn lava. Because I don't need the platforms, and we can... Oh, God. At least I'm having a much better job at... See, they're scared of me. At least I'm having a much better job at dealing with the fire keys than I did in Dodongo's Cavern. You gotta blow up this wall, and that'll take us to another Goron. And there's something I want to talk about here. The reason why probably this episode will come out kind of a few days after the last one is that I've been doing some experimentation a bit, which led me absolutely nowhere, and Link kind of clipped through the wall there for a bit. I'm going to continue the story after we talk to what this guy has to say. You're releasing me, I'm free to go, I'll tell you. Secret for saving me. There are switches in this temple that you have to cut to activate, but you can only use the Goron special crop to do the job. The way they talk about the special crop, it's almost like it's marijuana or something. It'll give you so many sweet powers, man, and this should give us another small key. I think that my headset is dying, honestly, because the little, the material outside of the wires is kind of coming away at parts. And I notice when editing videos, there's sometimes a little clicking sound in the background, which kind of gets a bit obnoxious. And when recording the last episode, the audio just in general was, like, very loud. Like, not just about the parts where I was kind of yelling because of getting shock reactions at Link's amazing throwing skills. It's the fact that it was so loud in general that I had to, like, lower the volume of the entire video in general when editing. So I did get a new headset, like, a while ago. I've just been too, sort of, like, nervous to use. And by the way, for some reason, you have to slide down this thing. You can't go back up. And you have to climb onto these, where for some reason there's some grates that don't work with the hookshot for some reason. I don't know why, but... And for some reason, Link decides not to grab on, but... Yeah, so the reason why... I've had a couple of, like, attempts at getting a new headset in the past, because the headset that I've always used hasn't really been the best quality one. It's kind of a cheap one, and there's obviously so much better ones. But the reason when I've tried to use other ones is that they often just don't work, or the audio is extremely quiet, and the latter is precisely what happened with this new one, is that it's just, no, Link, I want you to drop down here. Drop down. Is that... Oh, come on! Drop down. Is that just the audio on the new one was so quiet, you could barely hear what I was saying, and when having to raise the volume in editing, I had to raise it by like 30 decibels or something, just so you could even remotely hear what I was saying, and even then it had like a lot of white noise in the background, so again, I'm stuck with this, and with Epic Elevator, I'm probably just gonna end up having to get just a replacement version of the headset that I already use anyway, because for some reason that seems to be the only one that works for me. So there's another Goron here, but the switch is on the other side of the cell, so you actually gotta come back to this guy. This is actually the first case of somebody that you have to come back to save rather than saving them instantly. And new enemy! This is a Torch Slug! Which I think was probably the earliest case of Nintendo games having a Fire Slug enemy in them, because you had this, then you had Slugma, then you had those Fire Slugs from Pikmin 3. They're very simple. Of course, they're on fire, but once you hit them once, they go out and they just start sort of running around everywhere. They're very easy enemies. But this switch over here, you do not want to press that immediately. You want to push this block. And obviously, and the camera clips through the wall. You want to push this block, and it's going to act as a platform once you push it into the spot where it has the same sort of pattern as the block that we just used to ride up here. So making it back here after pushing it, want to jump over here, and then jump on there, and there's more grates. And then you want to climb up, and then this is where the switch is going to come into play. It's a bit finicky, though, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to drop a bomb while standing on the ledge so that the bomb will fall down next to the switch. But sometimes the bomb can just... Okay, first try that, but sometimes the bomb can just stay on the ledge anyway. That switch will turn off the fire around this grate, but only temporarily. And the timer for this is actually very short. You can already hear it running out. And there, it's already done. So you want to be pretty fast with that, although obviously when you stand from there, you do have enough time to get there. Okay, now this room, they've got a big-ass maze of boulders that are sentient, because they can just choose to stop and go in the opposite direction. If you get hit by these boulders, they will just start going in the opposite direction anyway, and there is yet another Goron here. I think with this one, though, he gives you more general advice, because not all the Gorons give you dungeon-specific advice, some can just give you advice in general. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you. I'm pressing the B button to skip this, but it's not working for that line specifically. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move. If you use a sample of the Goron special crop, you can break it. The special crop can do anything! I think this... If I remember right, because again, I could be wrong about this, I think there's only one case in this dungeon where that whole falling door thing actually happens. So it's a bit weird. The whole sort of Goron special crop thing, now that they're talking about it, it's like that, that really buff guy in WarioWare Gold that's like selling those frying pans. I think his official name is Mr. Sparkle or something, but I like to call him Latino All Might, because that's what he looks like. And it's like, whether like, that's just making up all this shit about what the damn frying pan can do. It's like, makes your kid super smart, and you a millionaire! Now, if I remember right, because the layout of this room is a bit tricky, there is a locked door there, but then we're going to end up coming across another locked door anyway, so we need to free another Goron. And there is a gold sculpture in this room, which, I swear, because not my first attempt at doing this episode, I got to the part where there were the two gold sculptures I couldn't get, and I realized I made such a massive brain fart that I just decided to redo the episode. I hear the gold sculpture make a sound around here, which makes me curious if you can actually blow this up. I don't think this is how you do it. Are you fucking serious? That is actually how you do it. God damn it. I was wandering around there in the original recording for goddamn ages. And back. I meant backflip. There! Nice upskirt shot. But if only Link was Zelda, I guess. So, oh nope. There should be one other Goron around this place. I'm pretty sure. Please don't have me wandering around for ages for this. I'm gonna get hit again, aren't I? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I went here before and I just completely forgot. Because I was making stupid, perverted jokes. So that's just me in a nutshell. There! Whenever you see one of these tunnels, it pretty much is going to be a Goron at the end. I even went through the locked door from before just to try and check I wasn't getting things wrong. Oh, this is going to be so bad. I release me, I'm free to go. Let me tell you a secret as a reward for releasing me. When you're on fire, this is the one I was thinking of before, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? Well, the stop, drop, and roll technique is quite well known. I feel like people will probably just do it in this game anyway to see if they actually were realistic like that. But there's the other damn small key I was talking about, so I'm gonna cut to once we went through that no longer locked door. Back to the no longer locked door. We go to this room, it has a giant pit in the middle, but it's not a bottomless pit. If you fall down, you will go back to the big open room with the bridge in the middle, so you end up losing quite a lot of progress. And there is a eye switch in this room, which we need to use to unlock this door here. I believe it's up here. It's not immediately above it as it usually is, and I want to be very, very carefully. I'm not even going to bother going after the hearts or anything, because I think that's just too risky. Over here, and we get a little bit of a tease of what's to come in this room when we go through the locked door over there, and we get the dungeon map, making it very, very slowly towards the other door. We can move on. And this room has something that's quite unorthodox for a Zelda game. It's something that honestly feels more Mario-like once we jump on the... Oh my god! I'm in a really bad spot for this. You gotta... Why did you turn around? I wasn't holding that direction. You have a wall of fire coming towards you, which, yes, now it's come back after I got hit by it. Which you shouldn't really get hit by it, just for some reason, Link decided to turn around between being in the cutscene and actually, like, going back to gameplay or whatever. And we're already done. So I don't even know what the hell is the point of that obstacle when it's so easy to outrun it. Then going through this door is actually the part where I had the brain fart regarding the two other gold skeletons that I can't get right now. But we're on the upper level of the damn boulder maze room. There's another torch slug here. I'm pretty sure this is something you just blow up. I hope it's not one of the things that the Goron special crop is all about. We'll just see. Eventually. I want to check... Navi! Link, I hear Goron voices down below. The only thing I'm worried about here is... pretty sure that is where we are supposed to go. But there is one other Goron in this room that I want to save first, obviously. Because he might have a small key. He probably will. And speaking of which, there he is right there. It's a very oddly placed prison... You are fucking kidding me. It is a very oddly placed prison cell when it's just all the way up there. It's kind of hard to put a guard there, even though there aren't any guards around here, and there's another torch slug block in the way. Oh god. Oh, they can actually jump towards you. I've never seen them do that before, but you are free! And I remember he does something quite ridiculous here. You release me, am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. If you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your Ocarina. He can walk in the air! First Link beats Jesus, now that Goron beats Link. Yet there is a small key here. Oh, there's a grate in the damn hole! I just couldn't see from the side that I was standing on! Oh no. Oh, that's this whole dungeon in a nutshell now, just falling down really big heights and hurting myself. But here's the Goron that we saw before. He's free now as well. So let's speak to him. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a tip for rescuing me. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Even though that advice is actually kind of wrong, we don't need the damn special crop in order to fight those things. I know what he's talking about there. And there's another small key. Now the question is, where does this go again? Because I do not remember anything past this point. Once again, I'm being a dumbass. So this is partially because of the whole stupid thing with the firewall distracting me. There's a locked door in the room that had the fire chasing us, and that's where we need to go next. Luckily, I realized that pretty fast, so I wasn't wandering around for nothing. I've got the fire coming from this side, but again, you have plenty. Thank God the bubble did not hit me. I think, hopefully, you can grab the ledge. Yeah, you can kind of just teleport up there. And you can head into this room where there actually isn't a Goron, so I guess I was wrong! Hooray! Wrong, like, for the 6,900th time or whatever. Okay, I remember this room. Room is actually a little bit annoying because you got a bunch of hazards around here, and also because you got these firewalls that just randomly appear. So you got like another maze kind of thing. As long as you move through this slowly, they shouldn't really hurt you. It can just be kind of annoying when you're in a rush. And I was literally about to say, wait a minute, don't these things shoot fire? That's precisely what happened, but okay. And there's another locked door here. And this should be where we're supposed to go, because I know we kind of come out the other side in the same room. Yes, there's another Goron here that we can't do anything about yet. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can go up here. No, there's a big-ass hole in the ceiling. Just wanted to double-check, because I was very sure that you end up at the top of that room later on. There's a switch here, which I know what that's going to do. Whoo, boy. Oh, God! That was me partially being an idiot, but okay. Okay. Just get through that. Oh, come on! Hit the switch. That's going to turn off that wall of fire, and you got to get through that pretty quick. You son of a bitch! Stupid. I'm just going to wait here because it's not even worth it. There, just press it again. Attempt 2. Let's see. Why does everything hate me? Go, 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 go. Move it. Thank you. Oh, there's the... I looked away for a split second just to check if the recording was alright, because I didn't want the capture card to crash again. And of course, that was the moment where the damn floppy door comes into play. Of course. A die. There, even though this looks different, this is a door. And the mini-boss, which is precisely what that Goron before was talking about. This is the Fire Dancer. You do not use the Goron special crop like he was talking about. You just throw bombs at him. Like, that's it. And then he's going to run around this little form. And this thing actually looks a little bit weird. This thing actually kind of works more on HP, specifically like an RPG boss, rather than just sort of jumping? I mean, rather than just how many times you hit. I'm thinking of how he just jumped on me, and now he's turned into an ice skater. Go. Nope. Oh, for God's sakes, man! I thought I was gonna have a fight against a dude spin. Oh my God! It's because Navi stops locking onto him after a while. There, okay, he stopped. He stopped. I was just gonna do against a guy spinning around. I didn't think I was gonna have to fight frickin' White Album. Okay, what I meant to say before he just jumped on me was that he's kind of based around HP rather than how many times you specifically hit him, because after 2 hits, essentially, or just 1 jump slash, he's going to jump back in the fire and move into the next phase of the fight. That's what I wanted to say. And this is the last part of the fight. 3 cycles of this, and he's done for. Oh, for God! Oh! Damn. Oh, God, what the fuck is the hitbox on him? That's so massive! I'm just going to run and wait till he's done. Eventually, he's... Oh, God. There. Now I dodged you this time. Just wait for him to stop fucking ice skating, please. There. Gets tired. And... Oh, my God. Stop. Throw the bombs at him. Okay, that counted. There, so, since this is what I'm known for, Dodongo Busters! Dodongo Bust... Great, thanks for ruining the joke there. Since this is what I'm known for, Dodongo Buster Slash! And he explodes. Lucky you can get away. And there, like 13 or something bombs. He's done. And... Oh, please don't tell me I've done something wrong. Okay. Whoo! I thought, wait a minute, did I do this earlier than what I was supposed to? Thank God. We hit up here. Then... Please, because obviously we beat the mini-boss. We're gonna obviously get... Okay, is this girl gonna do another fire? Yes. Of course, you don't have enough time to get... Why the damn thing... Oh, right now, I remember. Again, something else I'm forgetting about this damn dungeon, about a kind of room we haven't been to yet. Get another bomb ready for when this is done. And... Drop down. Thank you. Climb up there. Climb up there. We're at 30 minutes right now. I do not want this to crash here and now and me having to do this whole episode all over again. Please. Because unlike usual Zelda standards, we do not immediately get the item for this dungeon after beating the mini-boss. You gotta do a little bit of a trial first. Get to this room, and if I had actually managed to sort of do the thing that lets you get the 2 elusive gold sculptures, I would have ended up in a similar kind of room. Press this button. It turns off the fire around the chest that the dungeon item's in, and oh, fuck you so much. I just tried to save myself from falling down the pit, which again, I think is like the one from before, where you're gonna end up having to backtrack. Go. Now open, and I shall burn once this thing is done. You found the Megaton Hammer! Press C to smash and break junk. It's so heavy, you need to use 2 hands to swing it. What this means is that you cannot use your shield when you currently have the Megaton Hammer equipped. Get out of the way now. So, what's interestingly enough, though, about the Fire Temple compared to other Zelda dungeons, is that you don't really get the dungeon item around the halfway points. We're more like 3/4 of the way done with the... Oh shit, I hit the microphone by accident. We're 3/4 of the way through with the dungeon already, actually, so we don't have that much left. So I'm gonna end it off here. So next time on Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're probably gonna finish the Fire Temple now that we have the Megaton Hammer, which, yes, that is the special crop they were talking about. So take care, and I'll see you guys next time.